Hey guys, it's Tricky Nick here. Welcome to the grand return of
Game Battle!
Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World are often cited as the best 2D Mario games of all time. Super Mario Bros. 3 was the last 2D Mario game released for the NES, and it really pushed the hardware of the system to make the best platformer possible. However, Super Mario World was released on the SNES, which gave developers more powerful hardware to work with. But which of these two games is truly the better platformer? Join me today as we take a look at the gameplay, graphics, sounds, innovation, and level design, each of which is going to be worth 1 point, to decide if Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World is truly the better game. So without further ado, let's begin the miraculously majestic, magnetic, masterful mainline Mario matchup, Super Mario Bros. 3 versus Super Mario World. In my opinion, Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World have extremely similar gameplay. Mario moves about a wide variety of 2D levels with enemies, power-ups, and boss fights, such as Morton. While both games are similar in this way, Super Mario World has a more advanced moveset. Mario has more moves than in Super Mario Bros. 3, which provides a little bit of a learning curve for the player. That's why Super Mario World has way more Kaizo levels than Super Mario Bros. 3. Also, modding NES levels is pretty hard. In Super Mario World, Mario also has a new spin move that can create some creative ways to avoid enemies. You can even use it to jump off of some obstacles. Not to mention, boss fights have slightly more depth to them, and while they still could use some work, they're not as simple as the ones in Super Mario Bros. 3. On the other hand though, Super Mario Bros. 3 has a simpler moveset, but it's a lot easier to pick up and play, without having to relearn the timings of certain moves. Take for example the Tanuki and Cape Suits. The Cape Suit provides greater control over aerial movement, but requires some practice to really nail it down. In fact, I still haven't really done it myself. The Tanuki suit is really simple to use, but it doesn't allow for much maneuverability apart from going up in the air. I think this perfectly displays the differences in the movements in both games. Then there's the actual controls. On top of both of these games being controlled with the Y and B or X and A buttons, which is really stupid and should have been fixed on Virtual Console Nintendo, Super Mario World feels far floatier than Super Mario Bros. 3. While the Super Mario Maker 2 version of Super Mario World fixes any issues with the controls and physics, offering beautifully fluid movements, I cannot say the same about the original. It feels like Nintendo took the controls of Super Mario Bros. 3 and made Mario jump higher and slower for some reason. The only place Super Mario World's controls feel a little better is underwater. While it doesn't by any stretch of the imagination ruin the gameplay of Super Mario World, it makes this a very, very tough choice. Okay, I'm gonna do something very unprecedented here and give Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World half a point. These games both have such high quality gameplay with such minor issues, so I can't really decide which is better. Point goes to Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World. Well, after the first ever tie in a category, let's move on to see who will take the lead. Unfortunately for Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World easily has the graphical advantage. Super Mario Bros. 3 has a dull color palette accompanied by whatever this jank is on the right side of the screen. It's less optimized than moisturizer containers. Like seriously, why do you get down to like the bottom 20% of moisturizer containers and then you're not able to use the rest unless you scoop your grimy little hands in there if they even fit, and then if they don't, you gotta like smack it out really hard and it's weird. Anyways, on the other hand, Super Mario World uses the advanced hardware of the SNES to create a more vibrant, detailed experience with overall better sprite work. It's an amazing new coat of paint that breathed new life into the design of Mario games. It's almost impossible that Super Mario Bros. 3 would have gotten the point here, as it's on an inferior console, so it has a disadvantage right from the very start. Then again, the more advanced hardware did yield ugly graphics in some cases, but this was not one of them. The point goes to Super Mario World. Koji Kondo took Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World and highly elevated both games significantly with some incredible soundtracks. Super Mario Bros. 3 has a lot more variety in the tone of the music, whereas Super Mario World keeps a relatively bright tone throughout all songs. However, Super Mario Bros. 3 has a far more simple sound design than Super Mario World due to console limitations, and as a result, Super Mario World's tracks are a lot more catchy. Along with that, Super Mario Bros. 3 reuses some melodies from the original Super Mario Bros. For inspiration for some of the pieces. For example, the ground themes of Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 3 are almost the exact same. And then Super Mario World has things like the athletic theme, underground theme, and ending theme, which are so much more original. So which of these soundtracks is better? Well, this one's just gonna have to go to Super Mario World in my eyes. The soundtrack is just so iconic and catchy, and I would probably always pick listening to this music over Super Mario Bros. 3's. The point goes to Super Mario World. Both Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World did a lot to innovate 2D Mario. Both of these games were released at a time when each new Mario game was a huge leap from the last. You go from Super Mario Bros. 2 to Super Mario Bros. 3 to Super Mario World. There's a ton of heart being put into these games. But which of them innovated more? Well, I think that Super Mario Bros. 3 actually did more than Super Mario World. Super Mario World didn't stray very far from the ideas that Super Mario Bros. 3 introduced, but it improved upon those ideas. Super Mario Bros. 3 also added a plethora of power-ups, such as the Tanuki suit, frog suit, hammer suit, all of which are iconic power-ups that are still used today. At least in the case of the Tanuki suit. I mean, you got Tanuki Mario and Mario Kart. How did that happen? While Super Mario World was in a new environment and introduced many dinosaurs, including the icon that is Yoshi, I think none of it would have been possible without the huge leaps of innovation that Super Mario Bros. 3 took from the original Super Mario Bros. And then there's Super Mario Bros. 2, which is just like a fever dream. The point goes to Super Mario Bros. 3. Well, it all comes down to this last point. Super Mario Bros. 3 has held its own against Super Mario World despite being on inferior hardware. But will this underdog tie it up and end this game battle with the first ever tie? Or will Super Mario World have the better level design and end this battle off strong? Let's find out now. The level design in Super Mario Bros. 3 was the beginning of what we recognize as a modern 2D Mario platformer. Bushels of new levels, concepts, power-ups, and enemies were introduced level by level. One minute you're flying around a grassland with some giant Koopas, the next minute you're being shot at by cannons on an airship or even a tank. It wasn't afraid to take new concepts, build on them throughout a level, and then toss them by the next level. Take for example the Angry Sun. The Angry Sun was a good enough concept for Nintendo to bring it back in Mario Maker 2, but how many levels does it actually originally appear in? Hardly any. Rather than using the same boss over and over again like Birdo or Bowser and its predecessors, Super Mario Bros. 3 introduced the Koopalings. And although they were rather simple fights, they all had some slight variety in looks and mechanics. So what did Super Mario World do? Hey, that's some pretty nice level design right there. Let me just... Bada bing, bada boom, you're done now. Super Mario World was like Super Mario Bros. 3 on steroids. You've got new versatile power-ups combined with an equally versatile animal companion. Yoshi! You've got tons of new dinosaur enemies. Boss fights with the Koopalings are just a little bit more complex. Checkpoints now allow you to save your spot in a level, increasing level length and difficulty. Yoshi coins may not have added any functionality, but I'm almost positive they were the precursor to Star Coins. The new power-up holder is a big help for the larger levels. The environments the player explores are far more obvious to decipher, and there are even some new ones like puzzling ghost houses or a secret P-Switch Palace. Speaking of the P-Switch Palaces, these are some of the most innovative parts of Super Mario World. These palaces allow the player to activate a certain color block in levels that contain them. So when you reach said levels, you can use the colored blocks you activated to make platforming easier or even find secret exits. This is one of the most prominent features of Super Mario World that Super Mario Bros. 3 hardly includes. These special secret exits can lead to secret levels, which are just as well designed as other levels, but they also give the player a sense of accomplishment. If just that sense of accomplishment wasn't enough for you though, if you find and beat all the difficult and enjoyable secret levels, you get some cool cosmetic changes to the game. It also allows you to skip around to different parts of the map that you haven't accessed yet. It wasn't a necessary addition, but was certainly a welcome one that feels like a true evolution of 2D Mario. There are even secret levels for the secret levels. It just keeps going on and on. It's so satisfying to see a keyhole just sitting there out in the open and then trying to solve how to get the key. Super Mario World made it so that 2D Mario was no longer a linear progression. Going back through levels or using shortcuts to get to new ones was not just a feature, but it was encouraged. Furthermore, Super Mario World trimmed off the excess fat of levels, so to speak. In essence, Super Mario Bros. 3 crawled so that Super Mario World could walk, so future 2D Mario games could run. The only gripe that I have with Super Mario World is that it names its levels after food, but never actually features that food. It makes me hungry and sad. The point and the victory go to Super Mario World. And with that, Super Mario World has been declared the winner of this game battle with an unprecedented score of 3.5 to 1.5. This is certainly the weirdest score we've ever had. It was certainly a close decision, but in the end, Super Mario World won the graphics, sounds, level design, and tied for the gameplay category. While Super Mario Bros. 3 innovated more as it took a huge leap from Super Mario Bros., it didn't scrape up enough points to beat out Super Mario World in the end. Now just for the record, this isn't the end-all be-all for either game. Both of them definitely have value and merit, and both should definitely be played. This was just my opinion on which is better. Anyways, that's all for this game battle. Let me know what game battles you would like to see in the future, and I will see you all in the next one.